So today we're going to be organizing my tack room. So it has been organized, but I want to do it a little bit more thoroughly. So we're just going to like choose what order I want to have things in, and then hang it all up. So let's get started.
And at the break of day, you sank into a dream. You dreamer, you dreamer, you dreamer, you dreamer.
Okay, so guys, right now we're just gonna have everything on the. I just have everything on the floor. So I'm not gonna be putting my saddles in a different spot just because they're fine where they are. So I'm really hoping to get a couple saddle stands to keep them on soon. But for now, I just lay them. I just put them up somewhere so they're off the floor, and so that they're not like it's not like spreading out the. It's not like damaging the saddles. So we have my saddle pads right here and my bareback pad. So I think we're going to start with those. So I was thinking, I think we're going to do it like probably Western. I think we're going to put Western at the bottom because they're the biggest, and then English at the top, and then bareback pad on the very top. I think that might look the nicest. So start with this one. Halters. My lead ropes are already curled. Well, most of them are. I have to do one of them, but most of them are. The red one is, and that pink one is, and then I think this one is. Yeah, it is. So the lead ropes are all curled except for this one. I used it a couple days ago and I haven't redid it yet. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wrap up that lead rope, and then we're gonna organize them from just like whatever, the ones that I use the least to the one I use the most, I guess. Or my least favorite to my favorite or something like that. Okay, so we'll do that. I think we're going to go in order of the ones that I use the most. But it's also kind of going to be my favorites, because I use my favorites the most. So, of course, because like some of them, I love them when they were. Because like some of them, but the ones that used to be like some of my favorite halters, they're like older looking now, so I don't use them as much, and I use the ones that look newer and still are like bright color, still are like bright and clean. So let's start doing that. Okay, so right over there is the hook that I'm gonna be hanging all my halters on. So I'll start with that one because I don't usually use that halter. We have a bot for Dakota, and she wore this one a ton. It's actually not in bad shape, but I haven't used it recently. I might actually use it. Maybe I should use it soon. But for now, we're just gonna hang it up right there. And then so I have them organized pretty nicely now. So, I'll show you guys the finished health rack. There we go. So, it kind of went in order of the ones I use the most. Like, I usually put this one on the front just because it takes up the most space because it's leather and it doesn't like bend quite as much, and I just like to have it up there. So, for easy access, because I think that's the one I'm going to use tomorrow when I go to the barn tomorrow. And then I use my red halter and my rope halter the most. After that, those are my favorites. So those three are my favorite halters. So those ones are at the very front. Okay, so now let's move on to bridles. Actually, yeah, bridles. Okay, yeah, bridles. We'll do that. We'll do that. So. Later because my iPad died, so I had to switch devices, so I'm filming on my phone now. But so I hung this one up and then it was on the video, but anyway, my rattles are all hung up now. So now we're gonna move on to organizing this little like cabinet thing here. Down there is just like some medical stuff, some like antibiotics and stuff that she used to take. But okay, so we're going to start with like a training and agility section. I don't have much, there's not really things in this section, but we can put a lunge line in it. And then we can put these cones in it. Okay, so, there we go. Okay, so that's about it for that one. And then we can do a girth section. So we'll organize this from the ones I use the most to the least, I guess. Yeah, so at the bottom, this is my really old girth that I used in my old saddle. And it doesn't fit my new saddle, so I don't use it. But, so yeah, that one goes to the bottom. So I don't use that one. And then this is a really nice girth, and I really like it, but it doesn't fit my saddle, so can't use that because it's too long for the saddle for some reason. Even if I have it tightened, because if I tightened it as much as it needs to be tightened, it's like my latigo flips right over, and the loop is so tiny, and so it just doesn't work. Then we can put this back strap that I don't use this back strap because. Well, I just don't. It just came with my saddle. I don't use it on Dakota. I don't use a back strap on Dakota. So we'll put that right there, and then we can use my English ones. We can put my English girths. I think this one's a little bit big on Dakota. I haven't actually tried it. It's 40 inch and Dakota's is 32 inch. So I don't think it would fit because Dakota's girth is on like. Is on like the 7th hole on her 32 inch, so I don't think that 40 inch would fit her very good. So I use this one. I think this is 32 inch. I never actually measured it, but her western cinch that she had was 32 inches, so I'm assuming her English girth is the same. So we're gonna say it's around 32 inches. Okay, so because it looks to me this is like a couple inches shorter than that one. Okay, there we go. And now my grooming stuff. So I have a couple sponges here that I've used for just like cleaning tack or whatever. So let's put those right there. And then my grooming bag can come right up here. I don't know about you guys, but I find the rubber shedding blade, the rubber sweat scrapers, hang on, I'll see if I can, I find they don't work very well for me when I'm like, when Dakota's sweating and I'm trying to get her dry, or like when I've been after in the water with her and I want to get her dried off a bit before we go in the field, before she goes in the field, like that, I find this one doesn't work very well. I find it like it'll just take out like hair and it'll take off some hair and dirt, but it doesn't take off the like it doesn't take off the sweat. But so I just use the flat side of this one. I don't use the spiky side because I don't really like to use that one so much on her summer coat. Because, well, I just don't really need it because she's not shedding. But I like to use this like flat side right here. I find it works really well, just to get the sweat off. And if she's been wet and she's been running and she's been galloping, and she had wet legs, and her stomach was wet when she was galloping from like, if like I just had her for a swim, then I find that one is like storage issue. I was saying, I find that the rubber ones don't work so well. But I find like those the like metal one that I was showing works like way better for me. It works like, I find it like much better for like getting the all like the wet dirt and stuff off. Let me know if that's the same with your horses or if that's just me and Dakota. So I think we're pretty much done organizing. So here's our girth section. Then we have our grooming. And then down here is our agility stuff. And then we have then we just have some random stuff in there. And then Western saddle pads, English saddle, bridles, and halters. And then we have my old Western saddle. So, let me know what you guys think of the tack room, and if you enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to see more videos similar to this. Bye, guys!